How you doing?
How's the family doing?
It's alright. Look at little cat. Yo, I'm trying to catch this little nigga. This little cat just came out of nowhere on me on the bushes. I was like, yo, what the fuck is that? Oh man, I wish I could have caught it. Anyway, all love, all praise to the Most High. Hey, what you doing in there? So crazy. He's out here hunting birds. All I seen was something just dart out the fucking bushes as I'm walking past over here. And I'm like, oh, what's that? And I see a little cat just looking at me like, hey. I was like, oh shit. That's a weird little sign. I always keep hearing in the readings and different things, animals are, you're gonna see black cats and you're gonna see birds and you're gonna see birds. You're gonna see feathers on the floor. You're gonna That's all I ever see. Everywhere I go. Strange. But it's not strange. It just seems like certain things are destiny. And, you know, some people call it bad luck or omens or whatever, but I don't know if it's bad luck. Well, how come it keeps happening? How come I'm still alive? You figure deal me? Do you figure deal me? Nah, y'all don't feel me yet. Some of y'all do. I'm sure some of y'all are like, you know, this guy got a really cocky attitude with all this calling people idiots and niggas, and I get it. Nobody likes to be, you know, talked down to, not even myself. But, you know, sometimes you're not trying to talk down to people, you're trying to make them aware of how crucial and real things really are. And because you choose not to pay attention or, you know, not care, you may cost other people their life, their happiness, their sanity. So, you know, how about we start caring just a little bit. I'm not talking about the whole world. I'm talking about your friends, your family, your neighborhood, your building, your house, your block. That's where it all starts, in the house. Sound the horns, long range. That's why I realized when the Lord, you know, kind of said heaven is from the spirits and earth is for man, I understood that heaven is on earth. It's here. So you could be broke and be in heaven. If you have the right people around you, right stuff around you. Why? Because heaven is happiness. Being happy where you're at. Because it's enough. And you do other things that heighten happiness. And you can't pay for that. You only can do it. You either do it or you don't. Get it? You're either gonna do it or you're not. Sound the horns, long range. I got my headphones and listen to some old vibe music right now, and I still can hear them shit. So maybe if y'all didn't hear them, I don't know. Anyway, stay tuned. You know, we'll keep on doing this YouTube thing for a little bit, building this shit up. But I definitely want to make a new channel and have a more structured thing than me with this whole, you know, GMB TV. This is like part one, you know? And now that I'm growing into myself and being more comfortable with what I want to do, where I want to go with things, expressing what I want to express, choosing a certain audience that I, want to have around, because I realize that my audience is a very vast audience. It's not what people seem, because I speak for everyone. Everyone's a person. Everyone has faith on something. Everyone needs to be happy. Everyone's trying to do a lot of things, no matter what sex, gender, or because we have like 50,000 now. Like all these different ways of life. No matter how much we separate, we still all chasing the same shit. So I realize the more we separate and go into these different type of lifestyles, it makes it a little difficult to find exactly what you want, because if it's a new lifestyle or something that hasn't been practiced in a long time, well, then there's ways to go about it. Like, I was watching this one video, and it was about like sexual immorality, and it was a guy, I guess he preaches the word, or he just speaks of the word too, or whatever. Some people are preachers, some people just study this shit and say what they say. And he's talking a lot about what was it, like bi people, and he was saying that they have they get like lumped into a group, and then that's it. Or like even gay people, they get lumped into a group. And he was talking about like trauma and how we deal with things, and how there's not like programs for all these different categories of mental issues, and they just lump your ass in one category, and they say this is what you gotta do, but they don't even know, because nigga, they ain't been studying all this shit, or they have and they haven't got the answers. You know what I'm saying? Just like I was looking into that same video, and he's talking about something with I forgot what they call them, mania or something sexual with bipolar people, and it was saying about how because they have like a split personality or whatever, it's not even really split personality. You're normal, and your hormones and your shit's unbalanced. So when they'll be dormant in their feelings for a long time, and then when they do have a feeling for something, it explodes like it's a big eruption of, oh my god, I gotta have it now. And if they have no self-discipline, well, they're gonna go and act on it, and then that leads to having multiple partners, and then because you're not having meaningful sex at all, you're not making love, because these are not people you know or you get to know, or even you don't know them, but you have a common goal of the sex. It's not just, oh, I like you, we're gonna fuck. It's retarded. It's little high school shit. And he was saying about how like a lot of those people are like kind of screwed, because they just get lumped into certain categories, and then boom, they're not gonna be, they diagnosed the right way, because as people, we lump everything into certain categories that, I don't know, it kind of locks down how to help the people. Like with people with sex addictions and a person that is just very lustful, that's a fucking difference. See, and I understand that because I've studied spiritual and the Bible and all that, and learned about lust and the thoughts of it and all of these different things. And I was like, yeah, all right, well, scientifically, they say you can become addicted to something. So are sex addicted people actually lustful, or are they just programmed? And are lustful people that act on their ideals of what sex is, and then, taboo shit, people are brought up, oh, you're supposed to like this, you only supposed to do it this way, and then you hear about some other shit, and you're like, and then you try it, and you're like, wow, it felt good, you know what I'm saying? But there's a difference between things that feel good and that are good for you. You know what I mean? Like, there are some things that feel really good, but how's that been working out for you? You know, like alcohol, drugs, fucking quick enjoyment, like, you know, fucking sound on short videos, small conversations about things that just give you a little boost up, and you know what I mean? You're not really discovering the depth of things. And that's when I realized, yeah, there's a lot of people in this world we're left out in the world when it comes to how to deal with our mind and our body. And it's really up to us to figure it out. And if you don't, you know, you just, like, it says something about this 9 million people in America that have like a sexual over appetite or desires or some good morning, they get classified as infos or some shit like nymphos or whatever, but they're really not. They're just very hyper sexualized people. And that's what I've been thinking about for a long time in these videos and talking about these things with sexual alchemy and different things, because I have a high sex drive. And since I was lucky enough to fall in love when I was younger at a very early age and hold out and do certain things, I understood the power of it and how it can actually better your mind, better your body, uplift your spirits, make you actually care about somebody. You know, like, if you want to actually do it the right way and heal somebody, yourself or them, you have to actually like the person. You get it? Like, see, you can't just be attracted to them, because then you're just having sex. You gotta genuinely want this person to feel better. That's what will make it happen, because when you feel things, you think things, and electricity goes up and lights up in your brain. Now, I don't have the medical equipment to study this shit, but I've watched other scientists do things, and I understand certain patterns. Now, if I'm sure if I watch it, I'm sure I'll find a video where it's proving what I'm saying. If we could figure out how certain people actually can do it, and figure out what part of their brains lights up, and then teach other people, like, yeah, get into, like, this is how you do it, and then other people will know, and then, you know, you'll be able to push your energy, your healing onto someone else. And what I'm starting to realize, it's a yin and yang symbol. That's the true nature of it, because what I realize about modern relationships sexually, it's a fucking draining process. The man's either draining the woman of her energy, or the woman's draining the man of his energy. There's no yin and yang. You know what I'm saying? There's no fucking, like, you're both, if you share the energy, you both can be powered up eternally, instead of just stealing someone's shit. Anyway, I gotta get to work. All love, all praise to the Most High.